Hi, I'm Topher Robertson with Tumalo Creek Kayak and Canoe here in Bend, Oregon. We've been here locally for the past 20 years and the Hobie dealer for the past 10. I'm excited to be with you today and introduce Chris as well.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm the Northwest rep for Hobie Kayaks here. I'm also a local here in Bend, Oregon. I cover Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana. So here today, we're going to go over the Hobie brand new PA 360 with you today. So today, we're going to show you the all-new Hobie PA 360 14 foot. So this is 14 foot in length, it's 38 inches in width, and it's basically built on a stand-up paddleboard platform, so it's very easy to stand up in. You can stand up with ease or step into this from a dock on this boat. It's that stable. It's got a tripod effect of a boat, so it's got 3 points of contact on the water, so it's really stable, easy for you to stand up in. But the most important thing about any Hobies are our Mirage Drives. And this is our new Mirage Drive, the PA 360. So as you're paddling, like so, the fin's going side to side, and the fins wiggle back and forth like a fish fin and kicks you forward. This particular drive, you can pedal in any infinite direction in the 360 degrees of the boat. You go forward, backwards, sideways, diagonal, back. What's also new for the Hobie this year is brand new kick-ups. So they go flat to the bottom of the boat so you don't damage the fins. And once you get past a log or rock, you start pedaling, they go back in place on their own. To steer the boat, you got two steering handles here. You got the rudder control and then the 360 control that you can spin in 360 degrees in any direction you want. A lot of bass fishermen really like this type of boat. You get around pilings, you can get to your friends or partner to help them out faster or whatever. Well, also what's great about our boats is the seat. This is the Hobie standard Vantage seat. You can raise and lower it with the kickstand. You can lower it, spring this forward, recline it, lower the bottom. You can raise up the back just by doing that, recline it back. You got a BOA system here to make the seat softer. Push that in, just give that a twist. It gives you good lower lumbar support. You got double mesh thickness here of seat, so it doesn't get hot or you don't stick to it when you sweat. And it doubles as a camping chair to hang out on the beach. So it's one less camping chair you gotta take on your trip. The seat weight capacity is 350 pounds. It's easy to pop back in. And you want to leash it. Secure everything in with your boat. Also, with the 360 drive, you got the steering handle for the 360, but you got the steering handle for the rudder in the back, so you can simply uncleat the rudder, drop that down, and you can steer with the handle underneath, or you can steer in your right hand. Right now, the steering feels a little loose, so if I was trolling for fish, I can tension that up. The rudder might want to track on its own. So you got a BOA system right here. Just give that a couple clicks and stiffen up the steering. If you still find that it's not tracking well for you, you have the skeg. So you can drop the skeg down. And you can see in the back here, you got the rudder. That's your rudder, and this is your skeg for tracking straight. If you hit something shallow or anything, it's made to kick up. Also with your boat, you do get a kayak paddle with a T-handle. You get a cup holder. You get the rod reel holder that goes here, and the tips of your rod. And the tips of your rod go into the bow up here. If you want to see, this is your gear bucket. And the tips of the rod go all the way up to here. This is a mast holder, or you can put a 1 inch or 1.5 inch ball mount right here too for fish finder and whatnot. You got your ports right here or right here for your fish finder to come out and mount to your fish finder. You can put your battery inside here and mount it to the mast holder there. The boat comes, as you see, it comes with the seat, the paddles, the pedals, a couple tackle management systems, the 2 rod holders here, and then a cup holder.
I wanted to talk about the Pro Angler's fishing capabilities and some of my favorite aspects of the boat. So Hobie has a really good way of thinking smarter and not harder, and how they arrange their boats and the efficiency of really everything on here. So the first thing I would like to talk about is transportation and the ease of transportation. So the cart allows me to easily roll it to the water and easily roll it to the back of my truck, which is my favorite way of transporting this boat. So I can take the bow, place the bow in the bed of the truck, go to the back end, lift it off, and slide it in. That way I'm never actually lifting that whole 125 pounds in weight. So going to and from the water is quite easy as well. I like to roll the boat to the boat ramp or the accessible spot. And again, rather than lifting the 125 pounds, I simply roll it on its side, remove the drive, place it back in my vehicle, or if I expect I'm getting out somewhere else, I'll take the cart with me. Cool, so the second thing I'd like to talk about with the Hobie Pro Angler 360 is the available storage in it and how important that is with fishing. So there's quite a bit of storage up front. You do have a large opening for most of your larger items, clothing, bulky stuff, down jackets, etc. Hobie also does make a cooler that can attach to the top of the boat if you're out fishing and want to take a harvest home with you. Closer up to the seat and more accessible, there's a hatch in the center, including 2 tackle boxes. If you don't need the tackle boxes and you want more space, you can easily access the interior of the boat for additional storage. Continuing to move back on the boat, underneath the seat, there's a clip right here that you can have 2 additional tackle boxes on these pads. And if you would like, you can remove the Spectra cord, flip this up all the way, and stand there as an alternative. And then finally, in the rear of the boat, we do have a hatch that you can store some smaller items. And then we also have the entire hull of the boat. A lot of people like to put an H crate, which is a Hobie accessory that can hold 4 different rods and a stack of gear. The Hobie Pro Angler 360 is also very capable of accepting a lot of different accessories. They're really easy to get on and off with the H-rail system and the gear track. With those features, you're not always having to drill into your boat to attach rod holders, things like that. Many other companies and many other boats, that is a requirement, but if I can help it, I would rather not put holes in my new boat. So the H-track, you can put cup holders on, different rod holders. I like to have a rod holder on a stand going across the boat so I control with it. The rod's out in front of me where I can grab it really quick. The H-track is great as well. You can put anything on there from rod holders to fish finders, really anything you want. If you can think of it, Hobie probably has too. So compared to some of Hobie's older drives, rather than having to put it in reverse and back up, if I want to move 15 feet or 20 feet that direction, I no longer have to go around and do a big loop and loop back to my new spot. I can simply turn it to the side with the rudder and I control sideways to my new spot.